We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM, KKJZ HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now, our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World and a Cruiserweight Champion.
I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And this is episode 158 of Beyond the Ropes. We are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. Happy 5th birthday to us, guys. Started this 5 years ago yesterday, technically. And now we're back. Of course, you can find me on Twitter at EthanMV95. You can follow James at James is on mute.
Yeah, at JHW Reporter. Sorry about that.
And you can follow Rob at
Rob Flores Media, and don't forget the R2 TMs for Ethan.
And you can follow us at Real PTR Radio collectively. We're off to a great 5th birthday celebration.
You know what? You just would think that after 5 years, the show would have its stuff together, but it's not. It doesn't.
I just woke up from a nap around 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Woke up to some texts.
Yeah, and a tweet too. Oh yeah, I let the people know. I let the people know that I was waiting for you.
I was busy acknowledging. I was busy acknowledging Roman Reigns in the trouble.
Yeah. You acknowledge him in your sleep. I'm over here cutting promos on Rob, wondering where Ethan's at.
You should have recorded those promos. That would have been perfect for a great episode.
I almost did the show without you.
That would have been fine. I needed a rest, especially after the news I'm hearing about NXT. I don't even want to be on the show.
Okay. Well, let's
talk about the good stuff first. Let's talk about the good stuff. The last 5 years. I made this post on Facebook. I'll share it because we don't have too many people on Facebook here. I don't know. Rob liked it because I never see him on Facebook. But I know you saw it, James. So let's see. Yep. We've managed to make 7 seasons, over 150 episodes. This is 158 for us as we're recording. 2 different radio stations. Mm-hmm. Potentially a third, as you know.
And a pandemic.
During a pandemic. I didn't even mention the pandemic here, but that's true. We performed in 4 different studios, technically in 4 different rooms. We did have a Gecko as guest star in one of those bonus rooms that we did over in our old station.
Impressive.
Once outdoors. We did an outdoors one. That one came up as a memory not that long ago as well on Facebook. We've had listeners from Long Beach to Russia and Chicago to the UK. We added a third man, sir, over here, who likes to eat on as we're recording.
I'm not. First of all, I'm not eating. Second of all, I had to get snacks because I was waiting for you, and I'm stuck at UCLA, waiting for you. The sun is going down, and I was hungry.
Well, there you go. We've been on YouNow, Periscope, Twitter, Spaces, Instagram Live, Facebook, and YouTube. And we're just going to continue to grow, hopefully, and not be late during these shows. Hopefully, we'll get back to a normal routine very near future. Make sure you're staying safe at home, of course, right now, as things are again opening and closing. So hopefully, everyone's safe out there. Get your mask. James got his mask. Rob, any thoughts when you came to me over 5 years ago about doing the show?
I knew that I wanted to have a different show that was different from interviews, and you had a similar reputation of being known for being quiet to some, but when you look at your social media, you are not quiet. You're very vocal on wrestling. And I knew that if I had you on an episode about, and not even give you a heads up, and because I was trying to pitch, hey, like, why not have a show that's like that, just see what I would get of a reaction from, one of our advisors. And he's like, oh, there's no way that you can talk a whole hour wrestling. I'm like, I'm gonna get Ethan because I know he can talk that hour.
There you go.
Sure enough, we did. We did talk that hour. We talked different segments. Some of our original shows, we would focus on a specific subject. We talked about gimmicks, I believe, certain matches, certain wrestlers, certain styles of wrestling. I know we had like a lucha libre one. We had, we talked about, I think, Shawn Michaels in one episode. Um, Talked about various ones. Go back to YouTube, search up Beyond the Ropes.
Why don't we do that now?
Andy Kaufman is one of them. Yes. So after this, after you watch this or listen to this, go to YouTube, search up Beyond the Ropes. You'll find over 150 episodes, as I say, every single week, and watch some of those episodes. As we transitioned over to our current station, 22S Radio, we've added a third man. He kind of came into the picture, just unannounced.
I think I'm in and out. I had to fill in for you one day, sir.
I had a good reason.
I just never left.
I had a good reason, and then I think you came back.
I just never left.
You never left.
I said, "Wow, that was fun. I'm coming back."
And then we had class together, and I think.
No, it was when we had class together.
It was when we had class together. Is when you just started showing up every week. Started following me, Rob, and I couldn't get him away. He acknowledged me. He wouldn't acknowledge Roman Reigns at the time, but he kept it. Rob, that's right. You were my Mizdow, as Rob is saying here in the chat.
Hey, Mizdow, really? Speaking of the Miz, I think today he's been with WWE for 15 years now.
His in-ring debut for 15 years. Nice little transition there. Miz is one of my favorites. Two-time WWE champion.
Isn't he like high up on the Intercontinental title ranking?
8-time. He's second most. So he's one reign away from tying with Jericho. I believe so. He's an 8-time champion right now.
Yeah,
he's a former U.S. champion, former multi-time tag team champion. Most recently betrayed Johnny Drip Drip, but
he betrayed him.
He betrayed him. We didn't talk about that last week.
Wow, it's over.
My heart broke again for the second time this has happened. And yeah, so that happened.
Yeah.
But anyways, getting quickly back to reminiscing, we'll get your thoughts on the last 5 years, James, before we move on.
I don't know. There's been a lot of things. I mean, first of all, I feel like we just had an anniversary show not that long ago, or what, the 100th episode or something.
It was the 100th episode. It was over a year ago now.
But I appreciate you guys having me on the show, and I'm all over the place. Like I said, right now I'm in my car at UCLA, and you guys have always been super accommodating with me and my schedule, and fitting me in and make me feel welcome. So I appreciate it. But yeah, no, it's been good. Nothing in particular stands out off the top of my head. There's been some good rants. I remember last week's show. Last week's show was a hoot. What was that? The SummerSlam review.
Yep.
At least Bobby won, but
for now,
still sad about the Bianca thing.
I'm not. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Well, that's why Adam Cole's not signing. Did you see Adam Cole on AEW tonight?
No. He's not there, right?
He took a deep breath. He wasn't ready. So he was like,
"Oh no." I know he's a free agent. He is a free agent. So.
Okay. Did you hear what did happen though?
There was a tag team match.
No, isn't Britt Baker's wife or whatever?
Yes,
his
fiance. Yeah.
Okay, so Britt Baker gets on AEW and says she has news. She then comes on to AEW and says she's aware of a contract
I did see that.
signing.
I'm seeing the tweet now.
And then she says that she signed a long-term extension, which a lot of people seem very happy about.
She did.
Yeah, so that.
Okay, that was her announcement.
Yeah,
all right, that's good for her.
But it was a swerve because everyone thought it was Adam Cole.
Of course. As long as he's not signed, I'm happy.
So you don't want him in AEW at all?
I have zero interest in him in AEW. I personally I feel like he has stuff to do on Raw and SmackDown We'll talk about it. I know NXT is going through some changes. Talk about that. I think he'll do well on Raw and SmackDown. I think he will. I think Vince is interested in him.
I think he will too, but
it's getting a little crowded over there in AEW.
It's just kind of like, how long will it last, though? I think Adam Cole is the guy who could be a long-term thing. Like, I think he works at WWE. I just don't. It's just how long before it changes into something else. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's waiting game right now. I think he's over. He's been playing on Twitch with formerly known as Tyler Breeze over there on his Twitch channel. So
are they off of? I know Tyler Breeze has still been doing some up, down, down content.
They're still up there. The party, as they're known as. I'm still waiting on my Uno cards because I did get their customized Uno cards.
Really?
I ordered. They sold out within 24 hours. I ordered some. So.
Oh, they have actual Uno cards. I thought it was like
they are authentic Uno. They're authentic Uno cards, specifically from for them.
And where was it sold at, in the shop or what?
It was on their up, down, down shop. Sold out within 24 hours. So got my hands on those. Hopefully they arrive soon. Then maybe we'll play a virtual game of Uno very soon.
Or we could just spend a whole show. We could just play it in the studio one day.
There we go. We can definitely do that. Why not? Does he have a no compete clause? I believe no, because his contract expired. So technically, I think Adam Cole is free to show up anywhere. I know he can show up anywhere right now. His contract. It was an extension. His contract ended. It was the extension.
No. Yeah. Because I would imagine that being the case, and especially if you do an extension, it's not like you're gonna say, who's to say, oh, you're gonna do this extension, but then you also gotta do 90 days or whatever. You know what I mean? They would just. It's almost like you're doing the favor of signing the extension.
Mm-hmm. And for NXT stars,
NXT show coming up.
There is there?
On AEW, I mean.
All out? Yeah, that's happening.
CM Punk did go to sleep on somebody and did a face-to-face with Darby Allin.
Did I miss that? I'm a couple weeks behind on AEW. Sir, I just woke up from a nap. I'm tired.
Don't fall asleep on the show. You miss all the news.
Let's see. I guess you did hit GTS, huh?
Yeah, I don't know that guy though. I didn't see it off the top of my head. There was also something with a segment with, I mean, you haven't been watching apparently, but some with Christian and CM Punk and some other, and I think Kazarian, was in the ring.
Oh, maybe I think I did see that video.
They said Kaz, and I'm like, I guess. I don't know what Kazarian would do. I don't know. I don't know what his relationship is with Punk, but.
Do you know who's not a fan of Punk?
Vince McMahon.
Rob's favorite wrestler. R-Truth.
Oh, R-Truth. Oh, that's right.
There's a comment here.
Did we talk about that or no?
No, we did not. I took a screenshot here. This is a comment left by R-Truth, I believe, on TikTok, possibly. CM Punk, you lost to me and Miz because we were hotter than you. Sorry. And I never thought you were impressive at all. Just typical entitlement. So, R-Truth, not a fan. Rob, what are your thoughts on this?
It is a dark day in history. For the two biggest ones, though, we might not get along.
Oh my God.
I mean, to be fair, at least R-Truth is getting a little bit of more run now. I mean,
he's chasing the 24/7 championship.
He's chasing Reggie around. They got Kazawa dressed up like a dog, and he's calling him Puppy. It's great. It's good. I saw it on social media, I think, or on YouTube. No, I saw it on Snapchat, on the Snapchat recap, and it is what it is. It's good stuff, I guess.
He's on TV. Former NWA champion there.
What was that?
Former NWA champion there. R-Truth. R-Truth.
That's right. You want to know who's the new AEW champion?
The new NWA champion?
And new NWA champion. What did I say?
AEW.
No, not AEW. Trevor Murdoch.
Not Ric Flair, right?
No.
Oh, no.
Thank
Did you hear
God.
it? Did you watch that promo?
I watched bits and parts of it. It was actually a lot longer because every time I see a new part of it, it never flows together. So I know there was a bunch. We'll get into that in a second. But Trevor Murdoch, I didn't get to see the match, but it was about time because
Aldis has had the title for like 5 years.
He had it forever, and then he was on Busted Open Radio, and I'm like, that man still has the title. I'm like, he needs to lose it soon. And then like a week or two later, he finally lost it. So at least I got that out of the way. I think we're coming up on a break here, Ethan. But so we can maybe save Ric Flair for his own segment because I did find some interesting things out of that promo or monologue that he did. So, all right, guys, we still have like 2 minutes. Rob saying we have 2 minutes.
Talk about what you did. What you do today? What'd you do today, sir?
What did I do today? Okay,
yeah,
well,
yourself.
I was at
Promote yourself.
Okay, well, I was at UCLA football practice today. There's a big game against LSU this week. That game will have already happened by the time this airs. A really big game. UCLA had not a shocking win, but a big upset win. Not even a big upset win. I'm looking forward to this week and the potential of an upset week. That's like all everyone's talking about, so that's on my mind. But UCLA had a big win over Hawaii, little Hawaii. They got taken to the woodshed last week. So anyways, me and Ethan's favorite place, the Rose Bowl, is where I was at last Saturday. We'll be back this Saturday, like I said, for the LSU game. Should be a good one. We'll see if UCLA comes out on top. I'll be at all the home games. And we have a minute left. So I'm going to do some teasers of some things that we need to talk about, Ethan. Ric Flair. And we need to talk about Edge and Gangrel. Because there was some stuff with that. I don't know if you did. I'm sure
there's heat. There's heat, sir. There's heat. It's on fire.
Don't know if there's
no, there's not heat. Maybe there's. No, there's not.
We talked about it a little bit, though, right? I think we talked about it a little bit.
I think so.
Last week. And then we'll get into some numbers and the ratings and all that good stuff. But
Rebecca ratings. That's what we're gonna call her.
What?
Rebecca ratings. Or ratings Rebecca.
I thought you were saying something about Rebecca Black. I don't know.
No.
Anyways, can you take us break so I get some Pringles during this commercial?
All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll talk about all that and more right here on Beyond the Ropes. We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach, Los Angeles. Welcome back to episode 158 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm your host, Ethan, joined alongside the analyst, James Williams, and producer, Rob Flores. You can find us on Twitter at RealBTR Radio, Facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes, and YouTube. Just search us up on YouTube, and you'll find over 150 episodes currently uploaded. Before the break, we started talking about the 16-time former World Heavyweight Champion, former NWA champion who made his return to the NWA brand. Was it just last weekend as we're talking about this? I believe it was.
I think so.
So he cut a nice little promo.
I don't know about little, but cut a promo.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start there. You talk about him being a 16-time world champion. Like I said before the break, that there was a couple commercial or different clips that I saw of this promo, and one of the ones that I saw that was kind of interesting was he starts it off. The clip starts off by him saying he wanted to see Randy Orton beat the record of 16 time.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Orton is like third.
He is
with
12 times,
like 12 or something. Yeah.
He's third.
Who?
Randy's
third. Triple H is second, and
Cena and Flair are tied for 16.
Cena and Flair tied. And then he said that now he wants Charlotte to beat it because she's already got 12 time, I think, too.
Well, ever since she came around, yes, he's been wanting her to.
Yeah, well, he said not until she got to like 11 or 12, or
Mhm.
so I think he said 12, which is obviously within this last week or so,
Mhm.
or this last month or so that she won it. So just interesting to just kind of see where his head is at and why Randy. I mean, obviously he's good friends with Randy. I mean, it's not totally surprising, but interesting that he didn't go with Cena or Triple H or anything like that. Maybe just because Randy's was the most is still the most active of those remaining. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting takeaway. He also, do you guys have any thoughts on any of that? First off, before I continue?
No, I've heard that statement before.
Okay.
And for me, I think that would make the most sense. Obviously, they were part of Evolution together.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of Randy beating that record for me makes the most sense. I don't need to see Cena become a 17-time champion.
Oh, that has to happen.
No, sir. No, thank you.
I would think it would have to happen.
If he wants to go play with R-Truth in the 24/7 division, that's fine. But no, I think Randy, makes the most sense for topping that record. He's still got a few years left, and there's still time for him to win that championship. But it makes sense. He wants his daughter now to kind of surpass that record, and it looks like she's going to.
Yeah, I think she probably will at this point. I mean, she doesn't even have to go another 5 years for it to happen. She'll get it by next year or something. Or what? Are we coming up on a milestone WrestleMania? Maybe
A milestone WrestleMania?
like 30 or something. Like I don't know. Aren't we like close, or are we just on the other side of one of those?
We are on 30, coming up 38.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 3 years.
So I mean, it's still possible. Anyways, the next part of the promo that I saw was Ric Flair putting over HBK and Triple H. Obviously, those guys, helping get his helping him get his confidence back, having him go or having good matches. Obviously, HBK in the retirement match, but he also thanked Vince McMahon as well. So apparently, there's no bad blood there. It would seem. I think that Ric Flair did ask for his release.
He thanked Vince and basically stated he wouldn't be here without him. So
yeah. It would just I don't know if it's true. I mean, I don't know if he would still be going. That's for sure. And obviously, I think Ric Flair was out of a lot of money or something like that, and I know they kind of kept him employed to keep him kind of paid and afloat. But it was just interesting, especially because you see a lot of these people leaving and just kind of time away from WWE. I thought, it was kind of a positive thing, and it was funny because he said, "Oh, I know Vince is likely not gonna see this," but he said Hunter probably will, or a word will get around. So he just want to say thank you to Vince.
He said Vince would say that's where he belongs. Basically,
he would say that's where he belongs. That's right.
So, because Vince is a fan of pro wrestling himself. So I think that would make sense. Obviously, Flair going back to NWA, kind of a revitalized version of it, anyways. And so yeah, he basically said pro wrestling needs various brands as well. Like an AEW and a WWE and NWA and so on. And it's true. We have multiple places for wrestlers to go to now. And I think that's a great option. But yeah, that's a little recap there for the NWA.
Also, real quick, he did have a pep in his step. He did bounce off the rope, and then he did everything but drop an elbow. I think he did kind of he kind of lost some, I don't want to say shortness of breath, but you could tell doing one or two of those bounces may have got to him a little bit. But
a little bit.
I was kind of surprised that he was only like 70 something.
71?
I always thought he was older than that.
Well, no, I think he's younger than Vince. Vince
Really?
75. 75, 76. So
I would have thought Ric Flair was at least 75.
I don't know.
I
They celebrated his 70th on Raw. Remember that was 35. So he's like 72 now. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I always thought he was older.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Now you know. Let's talk about a legend in the ring. Let's talk about
John Cena?
our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Did you acknowledge your tribal chief as he surpassed 365 days as Universal Champion, James?
My tribal chief isn't the champion.
That's impossible because Roman Reigns is everyone's tribal chief. Isn't that right, Rob?
Not mine.
That's right. He agreed. I saw him nod his head over there.
No, he did not. Rob doesn't even have the camera on. Don't lie to these people.
He's just not showing you, sir. They'll watch
He
on
just
the
doesn't even have
YouTube.
his camera on. Why you
On the
lie?
YouTube, they'll see it. They'll see it when he's nodding his head.
No, don't lie to these people.
Um,
You're lying to the public. Don't lie to the public.
He's defending the Universal Championship against Finn Balor, the Prince, this Friday on SmackDown. Should be a stellar match. Every time these guys have competed with one another, it's been a fantastic match. Wish this were on a pay-per-view, but I'll take it. You know, if we're gonna get it, at least we'll get it somewhere. But yeah, any thoughts on the 365 days of Roman Reigns since he's been back?
I think it's been a good run for him, obviously, especially coming back. We did take time away because of COVID and all that stuff. Did change up the gimmick. Came back, looked better than ever. Now you got the thing with Brock Lesnar, and you got whatever the Saudi Arabia show coming up. We'll see where that goes. What is the latest on Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar? Have we seen Brock Lesnar in the ring since then?
He's been MIA. He's been pulling a Cena, not showing up to work. So,
that's right. Cena's out of the picture now. Brock Lesnar.
They've teased Paul Heyman kind of maybe stepping away from the bloodline. At least the Usos were questioning him, his loyalty. But he remained loyal to Roman Reigns, and even Roman Reigns said, "You're part of the family, and I love you." So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little scared there. I'm a little scared.
What do you think? I was gonna say, what do you think? Where do you want it to go? Like, do you think
he should be part of the bloodline?
Does Roman need Paul Heyman
at this point
continue his gimmick, to keep it strong, or to keep an extra element to it, or is something lost if Heyman is gone?
At this point, I don't think he needs Heyman anymore. I think so. With that being said, I don't necessarily want Heyman to be separated from the bloodline. I think he complements them well. I think he adds to it for sure. I think there's no reason for them to be broken up yet. It's only been a year. You carry it longer. I think there's still plenty of fresh matchups, especially if a draft's coming up. Heyman could be very useful in some stories and feuds. I know he's very involved in the Roman Reigns storyline, so I think it would make sense just for him just to stay on board with the bloodline. So
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, if he's not with Roman, then what is he doing? I mean, because to me, he's either just with Roman or he's with Brock. I mean, it's that simple. But again, I don't know how long-term of an option Brock is going to be. Brock may just be around for the Saudi Arabia show.
Well, no, apparently Brock did sign a contract through WrestleMania 39 for 8 matches. So.
Oh. I was going to say, didn't you just say we're on WrestleMania 32? But no, you said
37.
You said 37.
Sir, that last show is going to be in LA. So that may be Brock's last appearance. Unless he
so you're saying we're going to get 4 Brock Lesnar matches over the next 2 years, like each year. You said 8 matches, right? In 2 years?
Technically,
a year and a half.
It's more like a year and a half. And we're going to get 8 matches. So we'll get maybe 5. We'll get 1 this year. Maybe
You'll get
2.
big 4 pay-per-views.
You'll get 4.
You'll maybe get 1 on Raw.
You'll get a Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You'll get the WrestleMania, the last WrestleMania, so that's 2. You'll probably get next year. You get 6 or no 5. You'll get 5 next year.
Well, you got Survivor Series. You got.
We've got the Saudi show. I don't know if he's gonna wrestle.
I keep forgetting about those Saudi Arabia shows. All right.
He'll do that. He'll do the big 4 next year and maybe Saudi. Then he'll do like a Rumble and then Mania.
Yeah, just as long as he's the end of Goldberg, like I just don't give 2 years to Goldberg, okay?
Goldberg's coming back, sir. Did you hear? Did you hear
For the
promo?
Saudi Arabia show?
He said, "I'm not coming after the WWE title. I'm coming
Yeah,
after
yeah.
Lashley's soul. He's gonna avenge Gage Goldberg, sir. Gage Goldberg's gonna pin Bobby
Gage
Lashley.
Goldberg needs to be able to defend himself.
He's
got
a
into the
child.
ring the first
He is
time.
a
No. You listen. That boy got in the ring all by himself.
That boy, wow,
And he
talking down
put
to a
his-
child, sir.
He put his dirty little paws
Dirty little paws.
on Bobby Lashley. Now he should be able to go in there and defend himself. If he wants to go in the ring and he wants to put hands on Bobby Lashley, he can do it face to face, man to man in Saudi Arabia, 1-on-1, or boy to man, whatever you want to say, whatever. But I think he needs to I don't want to say suffer the consequences, but I think Bobby Lashley needs to put him to sleep.
I think that's child abuse, sir. But
Not if the bell rings.
hopefully we'll see Gage in Saudi. Maybe we'll have Goldberg avenge Gage there, and it'll be a happy ending there.
No. Goldberg can't avenge Gage. Gage needs to defend himself.
He's 15 years old, sir.
He wasn't 15 when he got in the ring.
He was trying to protect his father, who was, by the way, already down and out.
If he was already down and out, then maybe he should have just stayed out of the way and not be down and out too, because
And
Gage
Lashley was
ended up
attacking
down
him.
and out too. And what happened? Schedule a tag team match then. Let MVP put his little hands on
That bum couldn't handle himself on Monday Night Raw. He got pinned by Riddle on Raw in a tag team match.
Riddle's a champion though.
And then Lashley got RKO'd. I don't know. This WWE champion, these duos aren't doing so well.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Mid-card
Gage-
at best.
If Gage is mid card at best, what do you mean?
Well, he's 15. That's pretty
And-
good. Mid-card at 15, that's not bad.
What's his name would run circles? What is his name's not Diego? Is his name Diego? What is his name? Dominic.
He's from San Diego.
I've done that. I did that before. I remember. Dominic would run circles around Gage.
Probably. He's a trained wrestler, yes. Trained by
Well,
Lance Storm.
Have you not seen Gage in the transformation he's made since the last time he was on Raw? He's been training too.
He's an athlete and like a football player, I think, and a baseball player. That's not wrestling.
Yeah, he's a football player, but so is all the other WWE people. They're all
He's probably playing for that football team. What is that football team? The high school that doesn't exist?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember what it is. That's a whole messy situation. I mean, we might as well because he's not getting in the ring because he's a weenie.
Oh, Lord. James over here, 5 years in and attacking children now. I will admit, he's no Nicholas. I will admit that. He's no Nicholas. But then again, who is?
Yeah, but Nicholas had the nerve to retire once he won the title.
Smart man.
Gage just wants to jump in because his father's down.
Very honorable of him. Let's talk about.
I'm not done. Hold on. Goldberg is trying to create moments with this kid. Go do that at the skate park. Go do that. Go do that at the motorsport. Go do it at your monster truck rally that you guys used to go to. Goldberg used to have a monster jam truck. Go do it there, but don't get in Bobby Lashley's ring.
I don't know why you're bringing up Zach Gallen, Raw. He cannot stomp.
Zach Gallen would run circles around Gage too.
I don't know about that. He can maybe hop.
He'd hop circles around him.
All right, let's talk
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Why are you yelling?
Laughing? Because you got me all riled up with this Gage Goldberg, whatever. What is his name?
Gage.
Is it Gage Goldberg?
Yeah.
So then what's
that's a shoe
what's
name.
Goldberg? I was like, what's Goldberg's name? But it's Bill.
It's Goldberg.
Bill. Yeah, but his first name's Bill.
No,
I
it's
forgot
Goldberg.
No, it's Bill. It's not Goldberg.
This is Goldberg. Goldberg.
You know he's related to Whoopi Goldberg, right?
I don't believe that once.
We have a minute and 20 seconds left before we go to a break, and this show is already off the rails. What did we learn in 5 years?
We learned that we still haven't learned anything. We haven't figured the show out. It's still a work in progress.
Apparently
When we
so.
return, we're going to talk about the greatest SmackDown Women's Champion in history. We're talking
Who,
about
Bianca Belair?
ratings Rebecca. That's what we're talking about.
That's what you're talking about.
That's right.
That's what you meant by Rebecca.
Because the ratings went up when she showed up, So we're going to talk about her.
No. Not when she showed up. When she stole the title from Bianca Belair.
Fair and square. You talk about a match. Fair and square, sir.
Yeah, something Gage Goldberg can't do. Can you go to a commercial break so I can eat some Pringles?
What?
Pringles aren't a sponsor of this show, but they should be.
You want to go? Sponsor of the show is Ethan Envy's Wrestling with Words. Has nothing to do with wrestling, but you can go listen to my podcast over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and various podcast platforms. There's my nice little plug there. When we return, we'll talk about ratings Rebecca, all that and more right here on Beyond the Ropes. We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM, KKJZ, HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles. Welcome back to episode 158 of Beyond the Ropes. I'm your host, Ethan. Remember to acknowledge your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And also, say it with me, James, because we haven't said it all day. L.A. Knight got a victory over Johnny Gargano this past week on NXT. Speaking of NXT, you want to bring up some ratings, sir?
Yeah, before we talk about what is going to happen with NXT. Yeah, let's start. We'll go here in order by smallest rating to bigger rating. Actually, maybe this is why they're doing a change. No, actually, so NXT was 717,000 viewers.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. One of the highest ones compared to
they've been around 500, so
they've been normally been around like 500 or something. So this is a good one, and this is what the show coming off of the last takeover, right?
It's the second one coming up.
Or is it
the
second one? Okay.
Yeah, 9 days.
We didn't do ratings last week. We just did a SummerSlam review.
Right.
Rampage was 722,000. Then you had AEW Dynamite, which was 1.7 or 1.17 million. Raw was 2 million, and SmackDown was 2.25 million.
There you go. And you
So
want to know
SmackDown
why?
and Raw are doing pretty good.
You want to know why?
You go ahead and
SmackDown's
tell
doing
me
really
why.
well? Because
Why?
our tribal chief is on the show. You want to know who else is on the show? The new SmackDown
Bianca
Women's
Belair.
Champion. The new SmackDown Women's Champion,
Bianca
Ratings
Belair.
Rebecca. Anyways, Becky Lynch came out, new champion. She apologized, sir. Did you see that apology?
No.
She
She
said,
didn't apologize to me.
She said, I'm sorry for absolutely nothing. Or I
That's not
apologize for
apology.
absolutely nothing.
That's not an apology.
She took advantage of the opportunity that Bianca Belair gave her, and she didn't apologize for it. Well, she didn't have a reason to apologize, sir.
So she's a heel.
I wouldn't go that far, but Bianca did come out.
If you don't apologize, you're a heel.
I don't apologize.
You're a heel.
Well, that's debatable. I'm a nice person, sir.
I'm a nice person too.
Anyways, Bianca wanted her rematch. She was interrupted by Carmella, then Zelina Vega, and Liv Morgan came out from obscurity.
Oh, all the competitors want to come out now, but where were y'all when Bianca needed matches and stuff, huh? Nowhere.
Because Becky's a real challenge, And
and Carmella is like some top worthy contender. Right.
That's right. But then Bianca was like, forget them. I want my rematch. Give it to me tonight. And Becky was like, nah, not tonight. Smart. She's not just gonna give her an opportunity on the spot. She's got to earn it, sir.
Bianca would. Bianca did.
She did defeat three
but
other
not Becky.
competitors.
Wow, imagine.
Why is she gonna give away a championship match free on live television, sir?
Because that's what a good champion would do.
Mm.
Doesn't she want to pop a bigger rating, a bigger number?
She didn't need. No, you got to promote that. You promote that ahead of time. You don't give it away.
Oh
at
yeah,
that
because
night.
they definitely were promoting her return and her stealing the belt.
She earned that championship. She
No,
never
she
lost.
didn't.
She never lost the title.
That's not to do with Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair earned the belt at WrestleMania. She won the Rumble, won at WrestleMania, beat Sasha Banks, won an award for it.
I don't know. I think Sasha won that award, but I don't know.
Wow! Imagine lying right now.
Maybe Rob has something to say about that, right, Rob? Sasha won that.
I mean, that's why she's a star on television.
She's not even on TV.
We're
I
not
don't know where Sasha Banks.
Literally, she's not on WWE TV, and she's
not
on The Mandalorian on TV because that's on the app.
I don't even know where she's at. She's disappeared. Sir. She was on Hot. She was on the Hot
She was
One
eating
show.
hot chips on.
She was eating a chip.
Yeah,
With one chip. It wasn't even chips. It was
I heard it was pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to watch it later. It's on my queue, but that's about as entertaining as she gets. She has to eat hot chips. Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know, but SmackDown keeps getting the highest rating, so they're doing something right.
And you know when that happened? When Bianca Belair won the championship.
No, it happened when Becky came out as new women's champion.
No, it did not. The
Yes,
number's been high. It's been in the 2 millions for a minute.
Yeah, a little under. A little bit.
I'm getting tired of you, Ethan.
You know who I'm not tired of?
Who?
I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. You know what I am tired of?
Of whatever this constant changing that keeps getting talked about is supposed to happen in NXT. It's not looking very good, Ethan.
I heard some news. I saw some thing on Twitter.
Let's start with the logo first. Can we talk about that logo and what are your thoughts on the logo?
I don't hate the logo. The logo is the least of my concerns.
Okay.
I like the color. I like the colorful stuff. I don't like the music that was going on during
the Wale song.
You know, I thought it was Wale. I thought Wale's fine. I can listen to Wale. That's fine. I'm not a fan because NXT is known to have typically rock music. That's kind of like the heavy metal. That's kind of the audience that you get for typical NXT. However, it seems like they're going a different direction.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally play. They literally have like their own little spot on like metal festivals and stuff in the UK. So, I mean, Poppy's there. She's probably never gonna show up again. So, anyways, but yes, the logo is the least of my concerns. What my concern is, as of next week, 2 new people over the age of 60 are taking over NXT. Vince McMahon and your favorite podcaster, sir.
Yeah.
Not Jim Cornette.
No.
Bruce Pritchard.
Good old Bruce Pritchard. I haven't heard the podcast in a while. I just can't imagine the podcast going as strong as it has. But I know it's kind of slowed. It's got a little different. Since,
I wish you would put more focus on the podcast. Stay over there. I don't want you over here.
Well, I mean, he's barely getting. Last few times, it's been kind of hard to listen because he's kind of in and out. He has phone calls and stuff. But the thing with Vincent and Bruce running NXT is like,
why?
They already aren't getting everything right on Raw and SmackDown. So why are we going to put them back? Why are we going to put them on NXT? Like, what is that going to do? What? They're going to have more people to worry about, more storylines that they're going to be in charge of? Does anyone really want that?
Apparently, Vince also threw out the script and was very unhappy with Monday Night Raw's creative. So I don't know what's going on there. They can't get that right. How are they going to get NXT right?
I heard something about that because there was like three matches advertised and none of them happened or something.
I will say Raw was actually a good show. They had solid matches.
I heard people say Raw was a good show. I also heard Charlotte and Nia might have been throwing hands thrills.
Maybe some shoot. Yeah, it looked like it.
Did you see it?
Mm-hmm. It was a little sloppy. You could tell that something was off.
Well, I mean, Nia almost did kill Charlotte in the ring with that slam.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It would not be the first time, but it does look like they're giving her a push because they
you beat the champion. She pinned her clean.
She beat the champion. She distracted so and so.
She
and
laid everyone else out.
She let Baszler no.
Ripley
Thought
and
she did.
ASH. Ripley and ASH laid them out.
Well, right. Well, because I was thinking Nia helped Baszler win, but Baszler got
Baszler
countered.
lost.
Yeah, she got
lost.
countered by Rhea. I don't know. We'll see where we're going, but the NXT thing, I don't know. I know Ciampa did a podcast or was on Busted Open Radio. Didn't catch all of that, so I'm not sure what happened there. But
I'm scared. If next week I'm not here, you know why? Because if they're gonna start taking over next week.
The thing is they're not gonna know anything about any of these guys.
They're gonna see the hot new prospects they just hired, all over 6 feet, 250 pounds. They're gonna put them all on TV.
They just let one go.
We're gonna lose the Garganos, the Ciampas, the MSK, the everyone under 6 feet, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared.
And then what is Triple H supposed to be doing?
I don't even know. Triple H is seemingly losing control of everything.
And I don't know why.
I just found Ring of Honor on my television. So that's nice. I
Ring
didn't
of
realize
Honor on your television. On what channel?
it's on Stadium. I have Sling TV and it's on Stadium.
Oh, you have
Stadium.
Stadium. Okay.
So there you go. I didn't know I had it. So there I go.
Interesting.
They're promoting Death Before Dishonor there. Ring of Honor has kind of been quiet. I don't know.
I thought I just heard something about Ring of Honor recently.
Oh, I need to talk about one of my new favorite wrestlers. I don't think I've ever seen one of his matches, but I think he's on Ring of Honor. But I've been on his YouTube channel. He goes by the name of Danhausen. Have you heard of him?
The name does kind of sound familiar.
He has a painted face. His thing is very nice, very evil. He's a character. He's a character for sure. Go to his YouTube. It's Danhausen something. Just search up Danhausen. I'm sure it'll pop up. But he collects toys too, and he's a wrestler. But he did a couple cameos for Jim Cornette, and even Jim Cornette likes him. He said he would never watch him wrestle because he doesn't want to be ruined by watching him wrestle. But one of the things he does is he uses human teeth and puts it in another wrestler's mouth because technically it gives him an advantage and disorients him. Technically, he can't get disqualified because it's human teeth, and his opponent already has human teeth in him. So it's actually a genius move.
Why do you like this guy?
You have to watch. You have to watch the gimmick thing.
So
I'll send you a link. But he's
is
been
it the gimmick or the channel? Like, is it the content or is it the gimmick?
both.
Okay.
He's full character, full gimmick. So
Even on the channel.
yes, he has done some like gimmick free interviews and stuff, but no, he does do full gimmicks for sure. So I'll send you some links. But anyways, that's kind of what I've been doing the last week. Just been watching his stuff outside of the wrestling ring. I have to watch one of his matches.
Do you have anything else, or because I have something that we need to touch on before we get to the
let's do it.
Okay, so we need to talk about Gangrel Edge.
Yes, let's talk about that.
So I think we kind of talked about some of it last week. Edge comes out for SummerSlam and even on SmackDown for that go home show with the bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
They had to go with black instead of red blood. Then we see a full we saw a full entrance and gimmick and whatnot, coat, outfit, and everything. As a tribute to the Brood. I did listen to, I guess, Gangrel has a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And was trending after the bloodbath and was more or less trending again after the SummerSlam appearance by Edge. Yeah, he said he was going to call Edge. No, he said he called Edge. Edge was about to call him, and they talked for about an hour, and he was happy for Edge and the thing, and Edge was excited. But then Gangrel told him that he cost him some bookings, or cost him another chance with AEW. He doesn't know how long it was going to last, but AEW was apparently going to be doing the Brood thing too, or some sort of gimmick for it. I mean, Christian's there.
Typical AEW, unoriginal.
Well, and that's the thing too. So, Gangrel wasn't mad at Edge just because of the fact that, like Edge said, he had kind of been working and pushing for it for like 2 months, and even with the blood. Did you get a chance to see that Gangrel's comments and stuff on that?
I didn't see him. I read him. There was a post on Instagram where I kind of read everything you're saying. Basically, he said, he was going to appear on AEW. It could have been longer, but it was going to be at least once. They were prepping for it, and obviously it's happened on TV with Edge, and it basically cost him that booking. Edge stated that he hoped that he was going to make some money off that,
That's right.
make more money for Gangrel, because now, the Brood's popular. Obviously, you can raise your money for bookings. But it seemed like he said all was well, it happened. I think Edge texted a picture of his daughter wearing the Brood jacket to Gangrel as well. So yeah, I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, AEW relying on another kind of old gimmick do you really need that?
Yeah, because it was kind of like, okay, they bring the fire thing back, and then what, or how long, or where were they gonna go with it, or what, what.
Yeah.
What were they gonna do with it? And it's not like they have been able to use the music, so I don't know.
I don't know. It just seems like it was probably for the best that Edge did it. Makes sense. He used it in the story. He went to the dark place. They involved it in the storyline with Seth.
I thought it was kind. It was to me. It was kind of. I don't know. I felt like for Seth, I don't know. Did it have to be with Seth? I felt like, I don't know.
Seth brought out the dark side of Edge. Seth is a viable competitor, sir.
I mean, Randy Orton RKO'd Beth Phoenix. I mean,
yeah, but they weren't ready for that yet. That was Edge still during his comeback tour there.
I guess.
All right, getting into the last minutes here. Our fifth anniversary, our fifth birthday here, as we're wrapping up our special throw together episode.
We did nothing but yell and scream at each other.
I didn't get a piece of cake. Did you didn't get a piece of cake from the store, sir?
No, I got.
Rob, did you get the cake? You're supposed to be prepared with this.
No.
Who has the candles? Oh my goodness.
I would have put on a birthday hat that I had, but
I almost put on my birthday suit.
Sure.
No, it's a birthday suit. You could have dressed up for the occasion, sir. What are you doing?
I bought Pringles.
You're eating on the show. The show's not over, sir. Rob, where are you? I can't even see you.
The show's already off the rails.
It was off the rails before it started.
That's right. I was very appreciative of how accommodating you guys were. Here I am having to wait for you because you're asleep.
Very exhausting.
You owe me an apology. Apologize.
I apologize.
No, you don't.
For absolutely nothing.
What?
Say it with me. Say it with me. Adam Cole, baby. What?
No.
L.
He doesn't have any cavities. He doesn't have any cavities.
That's true. That's true. Good for him. L-A-9. Come on.
No, sir.
Can you acknowledge your tribal chief? Rob? All right, we're running late here. Anyways, the last 5 years has been wonderful. Let's do this for another 5 years, maybe 20, 30. I don't know. Maybe after that we'll call it a day. But until then, this episode in the last 5 years has been absolutely too sweet.